Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Level Up, where we help you guys build your and grow your dream practice. And we're doing a very different kind of take during the COVID crisis and really trying to bring to you guys level up videos that are really supporting you during your time of need. And today, our Level Up video is focusing all about you as the therapist in those telehealth sessions. I keep seeing a lot in the Facebook groups that you guys are having neck pain, back pain, face pain, jaw pain, and I so feel you. I know I've had to step away from my computer and decrease my own telehealth sessions, make space in between them so I can care for my physical body. So you're probably wondering, who is this person or this person? I don't know which way you guys are seeing him joining me on this Level Up. This is actually my personal chiropractor, Dr. Joseph Bogart of Parkside Health and Wellness, who takes care of my spine health, and he always actually brings a laugh. So really appreciate you joining us today and really helping therapists to take care of themselves while they take care of others. So I'm going to kind of turn it over to you and say, like, what are we doing wrong on these telehealth sessions that are causing us so much pain, and what can we be doing right to care for ourselves?
All right. Well, thank you very much for having me, first of all. And yeah, it's a pleasure to help me, help you guys, help others. So here's what we've noticed, and I'm right now guilty of doing what I'm about to tell you guys not to do, which is where the position of my iPad is. So as of right now, my iPad is sitting on a table. It's propped up like a laptop, but it's low enough that I have to come into a position like this. Whereas if I had it up at a higher level, like now I just lifted it with my hands, I could stay in a much more upright posture and not have to be either leaning forward or leaning down, because people want to make eye contact or look as close as you can with the camera. And with doing that, as well as we tend to lean or look forward because we want to make sure we're pushing the right buttons or we're doing the right things as we're talking to people, and we're also engaging and looking at them. And so this is as close as we can get to them. So by doing that, we're projecting our heads forward in an anterior head translation. We tend to be hunching forward, or if we're typing or looking at them in this regard. And so what we need to focus on is sitting in an upright position. Another thing that's really important that people don't do when they're trying to find ergonomic positions to be in is the position of their chair. And what I mean by that is most people want to say, and I'll try to demonstrate this with this chair. I'm in a backyard chair here, but they want to, sit back, or they'll sit in a chair, which is okay. The problem is that the minute that their thighs get supported, we tend to slouch. So I always tell people, scoot to the edge of your chair so the only thing that's on your chair is your butt bones or your butt cheeks. And when you do that, you automatically will come up into a more upright position. So that's one thing you can do sitting. So, a lot of people, they sit in a comfy couch or reclining chair and they do this, and then they're hunched forward in that C shape. And that's going to cause their heads to translate forward. And it's just not, for a long period of time, it's not very good for our posture. So sitting up straight, sitting at the edge of your chair, positioning your camera or laptop or whatever it is up higher, which allows you to sit in a better position, which right now I'm not doing. And I know I'm just, because I'm sitting outside in my backyard while we do this. That's something else you could do. The other thing you could do is between clients, and depending on how long you're spending with each client, if you're in a position, say like leaning forward or like this for 15 minutes or more, that's a good time frame, or 20 minutes, to take a 1 to 2 minute stretch and move break. And what I mean by that is stand up, stretch, kind of reach one way, reach the other way, reach over the top, reach over. I also tell people, put one hand behind your back and bring your head over to the side and a little bit forward, and that will stretch a lot of these tight muscles in the traps, the scalenes, the levator scaps, the muscles that tend to get real tight when we're doing that. So that's a great thing. Yeah, and then just roll your shoulders up and back. For people who are complaining that their jaws get tight, now that could be either from talking too much or from clenching. If people are stressed, really, tell me about your problems. I tell people to just put your thumbs right underneath where your cheekbone is. Put your thumbs right here, open and close a few times. And move your thumbs down a little bit, open and close a few times. Put them down, open and close a few times. And then when you get down to the bottom, your fingers should relax on an area right about here on your scalp. And when you open and close, you'll feel those muscles underneath your fingertips. Open and close while you're doing that. And without knowing people, so I'm not going to diagnose or treat any particular condition of jaws, and be careful. I'm going to give a disclaimer, be careful doing this if you are known to have a TMJ issue. But after you've done that, which will help relax a lot of that musculature, which is clenching, I suggest protruding your jaw and kind of just wiggling it forward and back and side to side. And that just kind of helps reset the joint, helps kind of just do that. And you do that, now everything should be a lot more relaxed and feel a lot more, but you yourself will feel a lot more relaxed. You may want to share that with your clients. Say, hey, you do that. If you're a clencher, if you're clenching your teeth or grinding your teeth, especially during stressful times, that's a great way to kind of reset the neurology of the head and the jaw for that. So that's something
Nice.
else. And another thing that most of you therapists typically don't do, because you're very involved in what you're doing, you're sitting there for 45 minutes or an hour at a time, is you're not drinking water. Keep water nearby. I mean, literally keep a glass of water sitting right next to your thing and just sip it throughout the day, throughout the hour. It doesn't look rude. And if someone says, oh, I'm drinking water to stay hydrated right now. It's also 90 something degrees outside, and probably, it's most
Well,
probably.
in Florida.
Yeah, in Florida. Okay.
We have people all over.
Sorry. Where I am, I'm a little self-centered. Where I am, it's 93 degrees today, or 92 degrees. It's hot. And yes, we have air conditioning, but the reality is that transitioning from cars to homes, et cetera, you're still going to be sweating and dehydrating. Plus, as a therapist, you may be speaking and sometimes sitting in one position, you can still sweat and lose water. So stay hydrated. That will also keep your muscles in a good, healthy, hydration level, so that they don't tend to tighten up and get what's called a myositis, or spasm in your trigger points as well.
Nice. Well, I definitely appreciate these tips, because, I've had to really look at my own schedule and reorganize. And some of the things that I've done is, for my clients that I'm seeing individually, is I'm offering them maybe switch to a phone session. So this allows me to get up and move around, because I know for me, having my head and neck and having to focus, and you're exactly right, Dr. Bogart, like we become very intensely involved. Like we're sitting and we're paying attention, because it's even more difficult, like really catching a lot of the nonverbals and stuff like that. So there's even more intensity, I feel like, that we're having. So all of that's like scrunching up the back and the neck. And the more that we have the neck, it's heavier. So I've kind of broken up my sessions with phone sessions. I've done an hour in between. I also have a stand-up desk. So I just let my clients know, in the middle of session, I might be standing up, right? And I've allowed myself enough space where I'll step back and maybe rest against the wall a little bit. So those are some of the things that I'm doing to keep healthy. And I think it's so important. I know a lot of you are doing like back-to-back sessions. And I know a lot of you have expressed a lot of discomfort. So it's so important that you set some really healthy boundaries for yourself on your physical health, so you can be mentally and emotionally, able to serve your clients and take care of yourself. And, sometimes you might have to just say, no, I can't see you, or no, I need to take the space, or I know we were doing it this time. So you're just really caring for yourself. So I appreciate you joining us and being here. And for those of you who are local to South Florida and might be looking for a chiropractor, Parkside Health and Wellness is where I go. And this is Dr. Joseph Bogart, and there's also Dr. Prez there. They're both really awesome. Like I said, always, a good adjustment and a great laugh too. So we wanted to thank TherapyNotes for sponsoring this series of Level Up. They're a great EHR. You can head over to therapynotes.com, put in code PPS for 2 months free. And Startup Nation, we got your back. We're going to keep bringing you Level Up videos that are really specific, practical for this time in regards to the crisis. So we'll see you guys next week. And thanks again, Dr. Bogart.
Yes, thanks for having me. Good luck, everybody.